The opening matches in Group D were staged at the Home Depot Centre in Carson, California, where Russia were given a real scare by the Australians.
No scoring here at the Home Depot Centre in Carson, California. Forward by Davis, and that's useful for Australia! And off the post from Daniel Small, it's Golubowski! And Kelly Golubowski has seen her luck change. And Australia have the lead. Small denied by the post, but Golubowski managing to place this one perfectly. Saenko has been responsible for most of them, and that's an own goal! Alagic reaching for it. Completely befuddled her goalkeeper Cassandra Kell. And just like that, within 60 seconds, Russia are on level terms. Of course, the equalising goal came from a free kick. And here she is again, it's Saenko! And Cassandra Kell right out of the top drawer. Well, this was a very special moment in this match. Perfectly struck by Saenko. Alagic with it. Here's Barbashina. Hasn't had too many chances to speak of in this second half, but down goes Barbashina and appeals for a penalty. The referee right on the spot, and she's given it. A tense moment then in this Group D match. The Russians have never been in front tonight. But Fomina with the drive off the crossbar. Well, they're not in front now either. It remains 1-1. Well, here's the shot. Oh, yes! Fomina, who missed from the spot, has atoned in majestic fashion. It took a deflection, but certainly Elena Fomina is going to want to take credit for that.
Victory for Russia by the narrowest of margins. And the relief was there for all to see at the final whistle. Next, it was the Ghanaians' turn to take on the highly rated China. The Chinese, remember, the original tournament hosts, before the SARS virus intervened.
Liu Ying and Sun Wen with freedom here for China. Doing all the prompting here, and Liu Ying wants it back. Oh, Sulemana! An outrageous save by the Ghanaian keeper. Well, Liu Ying might feel that it was a miss on her part, but take nothing away from Memunata Sulemana. Here's Baiji. Oh, lovely play. Baiji's cross, and Sulemana struggling to get there. And the opening goal arrives for Sun Wen. And Sulemana, who's been breathtakingly brilliant for the Ghanaians, completely misjudging this one. And Sun Wen at the far post, nodding it calmly into the back of the net. Oh, a mistake by Okoye. Will they punish them here? Surely, Baiji. Oh, a superb save by Sulemana. And when it comes to shot stopping, we're talking about absolute quality, aren't we?
Narrowly beaten in their opening match, the Ghanaians needed something out of their next game against the Russians. But this time the Europeans showed no mercy.
Now Saenko, as we know, can smack a fearsome free kick. What can she do here? It's Saenko for Russia, and Sulemana had no chance! Oh, Marina Saenko! The free kick specialist has given Russia the lead completely against the run of play. Marina Saenko scoring only her third international goal. And Saenko responsible for all these Russian free kicks now. And the header this time off the post as Barbashina fires it home. Natalia Barbashina punishes the Ghanaian defence. Sulemana unable to hang on to the initial header from Letushova. Fomina Looking for the wide option. Komarova's there with 3 players waiting in the centre. Fomida's one of them. And it's finished off by Letushova. Well, that should wrap it up and secure a second victory for Russia.
Russia's second win puts them top of the table, with a final showdown to come against China. Meanwhile, the Australians were determined to keep their hopes alive against the group favourites.
Jill Foster's made the run. There's Danielle Small. And possibilities perhaps for Heather Garriock. It's Garriock for Australia, and they've done it with the first real chance of the match. They've caught the Chinese defence napping, and the dream is still very much alive for Australia. Are we in for a shock here tonight? The Matildas have the advantage. Zhao Lihong trying to go around the outside, and Kell, oh, she flapped at it. It's off the line by Salisbury. Well, Cassandra Kell looked a bit unsteady, but Cheryl Salisbury playing a heroic role here for the Australians. And a win here for Australia would really throw a spanner in the works, certainly as far as China are concerned. Liu Ying for the Chinese, and Zhang Ouying as Kell commits herself. It's Bai Ji, and the Chinese have levelled the match. It's Bai Ji who has done it. The converted defender playing as a striker here tonight. Bai Ji smacking it with her weaker right foot.
The Australians denied, and their frustration turned to misery in their final match against the Ghanaians.
Now Jiangma getting in behind the defence, and Jiangma here for Ghana, and Barbieri. Superb reflex action from Melissa Barbieri. It's Bayor, the snapshot, and off the woodwork again, twice in the space of 45 seconds. Patience Saki this time. Fortune favours the Australians. Patience Saki. Alberta Saki for Ghana, and Barbieri again. This is quite a goalkeeping clinic that Melissa Barbieri's putting on. Had to reach into the heavens to get a touch. So passing like that won't really help the cause. It was Deuce who's just come on, and Alberta Saki, a cracking goal. Alberta Saki showing us exactly why back in April she was named African Women's Footballer of the Year. And it all came from a horrific pass, you've got to say, by Bryony Deuce. She's only been on the park for a matter of seconds. And Alberta Saki getting the better of Diane Alagic. For once, Barbieri, who's been so resilient, was powerless to prevent it. Alberta Saki, who was dropped for the match against Russia on Thursday, returns to the side with a bang. A joy for the Ghanaian supporters. They've had precious little of that commodity in the Women's World Cup so far. A long raking free kick from Baidu, and Saki's in again! It's Alagic off the line, but Alberta Saki's there. The Ghanaian captain has done it again. Well, they're doing everything in their power here to spoil it for the Australians. The African Women's Footballer of the Year has given Ghana a 2-goal lead. Peters. And Small using Golubiowski. Oh, that's much better from Kelly Golubiowski. And a lovely ball to Garriock. Australia are back in it. Heather Garriock, who found the net against China on Thursday, has done it again here. She made it look ridiculously simple. In truth, it was anything but. This the most stylish move of the night from Australia.
A quality goal by the Australians, but it was too little too late to keep the Matildas in the competition. With China and Russia already qualified before the final showdown, it was all a question of who would finish top of the group and avoid the red-hot Germans in the quarter-finals.
She's a feisty little battler, this player, Komarova. Played back in '99 as well. Now Baiji, it's opening up here perfectly for Baiji. And Volkova, Baiji scores for China. Oh, she made it look so simple. The Russian defence ripped apart. And Baiji, who began her career as a left-back and has now moved to the striking position, has scored her second goal of the 2003 FIFA Women's World Cup. It's China 1, Russia 0.
And that was how it ended. China celebrating pole position in Group D. The Russian consolation the runners-up spot. But that means a quarter-final for them with Germany. China will play Canada.